With that, we'll go ahead and get started. And I can explain a little bit about how our ecosystem works. Essentially, we have three member groups. We have the consumers, the users that are looking for the business. We have the businesses themselves, the advertisers. And what we've done is we've introduced nonprofits. That's one of the ways that we want to know who good businesses are. So we ask nonprofits to come into our platform and recognize their business supporters in any form or fashion, whether you volunteer, offer in-kind donations, cash donations, whatever it is. And so our goal with tuggl, really what we want to do is connect consumers with businesses that are socially responsible, that are making some sort of commitment to making their community a better place. Allow those consumers to find the products and services that they need, but also support causes that speak to their heart and make their community a better place. For local businesses, essentially what we're trying to do is create a platform that allows them to decide what our service is worth, gives local businesses the power to grow their business cost effectively, and grow their business and get more customers the more good they do. Providing good service to your customers and making a commitment to making your community a better place. And for nonprofits, what we realize with nonprofits is nonprofits really struggle to raise money and raise more support amongst local businesses, and we felt like there needed to be something for nonprofits to publicly recognize their business supporters, and the act of doing that, of saying thanks to those businesses, actually helps those businesses get more visibility within our platform and ultimately get more customers. So just the brief benefits of tuggl, and then we'll kind of walk through the process as a business owner. It's really quick to sign up. It takes about 10 minutes to sign up. Essentially, we allow you to provide whatever information differentiates you from your competitors. It's a free profile, totally free. You can sign up today. There's also an extended profile. An extended profile essentially allows you to decide how you want people to contact you. You want phone calls? Do you want emails? Do you want form leads, text message, instant message? However you want people to contact you, potential customers. And then the next question we ask you is, what is that contact worth to you? We allow you to decide what that service is worth, what that contact is worth, and we only charge you when we deliver. For those of you that probably do Google pay-per-click, anyone here advertise on Google? So you know you're allowed to decide what you want to pay for a website visitor. Essentially, the more you're willing to pay, the more clicks you'll get. We're taking it a step further and actually delivering your potential customer the phone call to you. On the back end, we allow you as a business owner to track every single lead that is delivered in our platform. You can actually track all the leads that have been delivered. You can track leads that you close, and you can track the revenue that you've generated from those leads. One of the things that I learned in working with small businesses for the past few years is nobody knows what works and what doesn't. 4 years ago, when I'd call upon a businessman and say, "What's your ROI?" on this particular advertising solution, they laugh at me, and it didn't matter. The phone was ringing, everybody was happy. That's not the case anymore for most businesses. Everybody really has to drill down into what's working and what isn't. Our goal with tuggl is to show you what we're doing is working, and if it isn't, don't use it. Essentially creating a profile, you just go through a few steps where you provide some basic information about your company. This is the limited profile view. You can provide hours of operations, licensure, member organizations, how you collect money, that type of thing. An extended profile, again, this is the additional benefits and features that I've talked about briefly. What we allow you to do here is provide whatever information you think differentiates you from your competitors. It could be your, any employee bios or pictures of uniformed employees, or before and after pictures, case studies, whatever it is that you think differentiates you from your competitors. Put it on this website. Typically the ad model has been, you've got this much area to work with. Good luck. We want to open that up and let you decide. Here's what's important. Here's what I think is important to the type of customer that we want to get. The next step, again, we ask you, how do you want people to contact you, and what is that contact worth to your business? The idea being, the more you are willing to pay, the more leads we can generate for you. And then on the back end, here's just a brief snapshot of the type of transparency we provide. We can show you the leads that are delivered, how much you've paid, the date that those have come in. We can also drill down a little further, provide more information about those leads, the lead details themselves. And you can actually go in and look at each lead that has been delivered. A lot of times, if you want to, For instance, if you're on the road and you get a phone call, you can't take down the person's information, you can actually have the calls recorded, you can go back, listen to those calls, take notes, do whatever you want, tag the leads as closed, and ultimately put the revenue that you generated from closed leads. What we're trying to get at here, we want you as a business to know what your ROI is on our advertising solution. So how many leads were delivered, how many leads did you close, how much did you pay for the leads that were delivered, and how much revenue did you generate from those leads? What we want to know, and the numbers I care about, is what is your ROI and what does it cost you to acquire a customer? And we'll talk about why those numbers are important in a second. The other thing that tuggl offers is for you to be able to see who's talking about you. So one of the aspects of our platform, a lot of businesses are real hesitant to tell people what they're doing. And despite the statistics that show people want to know about it, there's still this I don't want to brag. So we don't want you to brag. We want others in the community to talk about what you're doing as a business to support their cause. And so one of the ways that we're doing that, I mentioned earlier, is allowing nonprofits to come in and recognize you as a business. This lets people know that you're a good business that provides so-and-so service, but you're also supporting causes. And so you can also see what customers are saying about you. Clearly, you could be a really good person, meaning you support all types of causes, but if you're awful at what you do, people probably shouldn't use you. So we want people to be able to see that as well. So essentially how our system works. As I mentioned, we're trying to quantify goodness in a more holistic approach. How good are you at treating your customers, and what type of commitment are you making to your community? And we're trying to bundle all that up, come up with this quantifiable number that tells us how good you are compared with your competitors. So how do you stack up against the people you are competing against in terms of the service that you provide your customers and the commitment you make to your community? The more you do to provide good service and treat your community right, the more visibility you get within our system. The more visibility you get within our system, the more customers that go to you. Also, the higher your tuggl rating, this is this number that you see, the more customers that will use you. So our belief is that with a higher tuggl rating, you'll get more customer leads, and you'll close customer leads at a higher rate. So for us, the two important things that happened there was your ROI went up, and your cost per customer acquired went down. tuggl's mission is to prove definitively that doing good is good for your business's bottom line. We want to show you that if you do good things, your business will grow more cost effectively because you've made that decision. You'll also, another one of the things that we think is important, and one of the things I know is important for businesses is referral, word-of-mouth marketing amongst trusted friends. Everyone in here is good at that. That's why you're here. So what we want to do is allow your customers to see what their friends say about you. And so we've tied into Facebook. Essentially, customers can bring in their social graph, and so when they recognize a business, recommend your business, they can do a search for that type of business in the location that they're looking, and they can see who the tuggl community thinks is the best business in terms of providing service to customers and commitment to community. They can also see who their friends recommend. As business owners, you know that that's the most valuable type of business, and so we want to make sure that we can harness that power as well. So this is essentially how our tuggl rating looks. Again, it breaks down the consumer ratings across a few different metrics: service, price, quality, and overall, would you recommend them to a friend? The reality is, as a consumer, what I care about might not be important to you. For a restaurant, you might like really good food and not care if it takes you 3 hours to get it, while I'm the opposite. So what we're trying to do is give people a pretty good breakdown of how this company stacks up. And you'll see it's how they stack up against their competitors. We think it's important to provide an apples-to-apples comparison of how this company breaks down. In terms of community impact, we want to be able to show here's what this business is doing, here's what their support looks like in communities, and here's the types of causes that they're supporting. One of my beliefs is that people will look for not just the type of business they want in the area they're in, but also a cause that they want to support. and we can match them with businesses that provide good service and can offer that service or product and can also support that cause.